Hi, I'm Lucas Cuni-Mertz, Associate Editor of Baking and Snack Magazine, and this is the Baking and Snack Tech Expert. In our May issue, Katie Bellott, Solutions Consultant for QAD Redzone, discussed how the use of AI technology is enhancing productivity and efficiency at baking and snack facilities. Today, she'll share more about the advantages this emerging technology can offer. Thanks for joining me today, Katie.
Hi, Lucas. Thank you for having me.
We're happy to have you, and we're definitely excited to discuss such a hot button issue like AI. So, to start, what are the biggest benefits you see AI bringing to baking and snack facilities today, and what challenges is it helping solve?
Yeah. AI, it is the big word right now. And it's about looking at, an extremely large data set, right? And making sense of it, whatever those data sources are. How do you pull something together and answer a question for ourselves quickly that we couldn't have gotten just from our own human eyes and our own, hours and hours of time to flip through pages and look at sheets or whatever. We need a better way to get answers. And that is what AI is. Baking has so many factors involved in it, right? It's complex. It's got these changing variables. A storm front comes in, guess what? You might change your product. Whether it's highly automated cracker lines or still shops that are doing more artisan style baking and hand twisting products, everybody's struggling with these big complex questions. And most plants are lucky to have a couple of very, very skilled bakers. They're probably highly tenured. They know their products well. They know the equipment well. And they're bringing all these crazy pieces together to make consistent product. But that group is retiring, right? So that group is retiring, and it is very, very hard to get anybody in the door, let alone somebody who can even touch on a tenth of that information and knowledge and skill. So now what AI has is, in plants where there is this huge data set, it's in these different weird pieces. Now all of a sudden you can capture it and you can distill 20 years of baking experience into this format that any person coming in off the street can look at it and understand what their best next move is to make that consistent, good product that every baking plant wants.
So, how is Red Zone's connected workforce solution helping improve the workforce of these operations, and how's it helping boost efficiency and productivity?
Well, Red Zone, a connected workforce, is one that collaborates, and a Red Zone connected workforce is one that's also upskilled along the way. So, the ability to look back at the information being generated, share, speak to it, it is putting the right pieces of information in front of the right team members at the right time. There's so much information out there in the world, but what is important to drive outcomes? And giving people a way to contribute. Kraft Mark Bakery talked about how they had tried four systems, and none of them, in terms of CI systems, and none of them had landed or stuck until Red Zone. And it's because of that engagement of the operator and that empowering the operator to collaborate with their team members, with what they observe every day, have a place for that, and then be able to see if they are red, just not meeting targets, or green, which is meeting or exceeding targets in real time. And that's very, very important. Plants are using red zone to drive efficiencies, but also reduce turnover at the same time. And it's that idea that people don't mind working hard, they hate working frustrated. And so now, if I have the power in my hands to reduce a very frustrating workday, and it also contributes to efficiency, everybody wins.
So, how can this technology enhance collaboration between teams out on the floor?
Yeah, so Champion AI, which is the embedded AI tool within Redzone, it is looking at a plant's own data set. It is looking to see what specific information or settings, what center lines were there for your specific product on your specific line. and what SOPs you've driven, created as a company to support those processes, right? So now, when a team comes together for a line side meeting, just 2 to 5 minutes. How do you make that effective? You're goal setting, you're changing the course of the day, but now you're doing it not as from a perspective of course correction. You're doing it from a perspective of we're going to hit the ground running. We're going to be as close to 100% OEE as we can from minute one with no scrap, no issues, no rework. That's the goal.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Katie, for joining me today on this Baking and Snack Tech Expert.